Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this video. I am recording with a selfie stick, which is pretty new for me. And also I'm in Tennessee. I am down in on the border of Tennessee and Georgia for some work related stuff, and I am just having a good old time and decided I had some downtime before I need to take off, and I wanted to put out this video kind of as a follow-up to my last video. So I've thought about it a lot, I've prayed about it a lot, I've counseled with people on it, and I have decided to not address the reason why I got divorced, to not address the issues that I had with myself and the church. I know that it is a big shock because this channel used to be focused more on modesty and a very specific type of walk with the Lord, and now I'm going in a different direction. And like I said in my last video, if you don't want to watch that journey, that's fine. There was a lot of personal stuff, a lot of internal personal things wrong with me, things that I did wrong. There's also issues and questions that I had within the church I was going to that just kind of, I could never really get settled in here. But when I boil it all down, I see that God has a different plan for me, and that I can honestly say, as crazy as it might sound, I feel that my personal relationship has grown in these past quite a few months. It's actually been, I think, like over 6 months since I left. And I love that church. I do. I love that church. I love the people in that church. And I'm just on a different path. And I know that God's in that. I'm not justifying a divorce. I'm not saying that a divorce is okay. I'm not saying that just up and leaving and this dramatic change, I'm not justifying any of that. What I'm saying is I'm not going to sit here and spend 20 minutes explaining to everyone the details as to what brought me to that conclusion. It is something that I'm still filtering through with God, and every day He shows me more and more that, you know what, God really is the head over everything. Why are we so quick to give God credit when stuff goes good, but when we are sinning and when stuff like life is a total chaos and we just keep messing up, and it's just, you just can't seem to get it going, get life going, and do what you need to do and do the right things. And then we beat ourselves up, but it's like, wait a minute, is God still the head? I mean, yeah, He is. And again, I'm not trying to justify my sin. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that I'm not going to, I need to move on with my life. Like I said, it's going on over half a year ago. It's time for me to move on, and I do have new things going on in my life. Every day I find new peace that I've never experienced before. I find myself in prayer more. I find myself having more faith than I've ever had. And it's incredible. It's really, really incredible. So I'll tell y'all this experience, this church, my new church. So it was like a total fight to get there on Sunday morning. Like Saturday night was a whole bunch of drama going on, and then Sunday morning it was just crazy drama, and it was like a total fight and struggle. And I had every reason just to say, you know what, forget it. Stuff keeps coming up. I'm not going today. Crying, like I'm just not going to do it. But I went. And I've always like heard that the harder it is to get to church, there's like more of a blessing waiting on you. It was just like the enemy like keeping you distracted from getting what you need from service. And so go to church, and it's like the whole time I'm like sitting there like, oh, like tears just coming down my face, and so emotional, because from the moment the pastor stepped up on the platform, he, like, every word from his mouth was exactly what I was dealing with. I was like, oh God. and then after I went up, and it's different because this church is like, unlike something I've experienced before, it's people, at the end, the altars are open, but it's a huge church, and so some people just kind of kneel at their seats, and a lot of people just kind of leave. So when you actually walk up to the front, you kind of have to walk through seas of people, and like everyone sees you walking up to the front. But I didn't even care. Like, it was the first time I'd ever like made this big public declaration, and it was like uncomfortable for me because the church I come from, like, everyone is always running up to the altars. There's tons of people everywhere. Like, it's not a big deal because everyone's so open in their worship and stuff. Like, this place is a little bit more conservative as far as the the worship level than what I'm personally used to. Now, keep in mind, I went to like crazy church, like the Holy Roller Church. So I think anything would kind of be a step back from, from the extreme. So I was just like, which I love that. Like, I love the Holy Roller Church. Like, I can hang there, and I can hang with the Baptists. Like, I can hang anywhere. So, but like, I'm just like making the thing that like, I was like, it was a little embarrassed and hard, but it was like the service touched me so much, and like God spoke to me so much. I was like, okay, I'm going up there. I don't care who sees me. I don't care who's looking. So like, I did. I like walked all the way up there, and I went to the assistant pastor and was like, just like, okay, please help me. I want to recommit myself, blah, blah, blah. So like, I saw him, and then after, then the pastor, the doctor became available. And so like, I went to him, and so I told him, and I said doctor, just like his Dr. Stevens. I get confused because his first name's LaRue, which I've never heard that name before. But anyway, so Pastor Stevens, Dr. Stevens, whatever. So then I go to him, I'm like, your message is exactly where I'm at. Thank you so much. And like, then he just like took me in and gave me this big old hug and was like telling me that God's, like he just, he's telling me that he saw things for my life and that, it was just like exactly what I needed. So anyway, I'm just saying all that to tell you that I had a really awesome experience, and it was my first time like kind of making a stand, like a public stand, that made me feel uncomfortable, and it was like scary, because I've just always been so comfortable in church, and so to have to like do something that's just like, it's going to be kind of embarrassing, everyone's going to be looking at me, and I don't really know these people, but I was like, the service, like the Spirit just hit me so much, and I was like, I'm going, I don't even care. So anyway, so yeah, so if y'all are still wondering, I'm still a Christian. I'm going to church. I am moving forward with my life, and I'm trying to grow my personal relationship with Jesus. I do Bible studies throughout the week. Usually, like, try and do them once a week. Like, sometimes they get skipped, I'm not gonna lie, but like, go down to the beach and have Bible studies and with some other people, and it's been really, really awesome and enlightening, and I'm just, wow. And so let's see, the last Bible study we had was on Samson and Delilah, and I love the group of people that I've been having these Bible studies with, because they don't really know the Bible that much. So it's like, I know some Bible stories, so I go and I prepare a little lesson and stuff, and then it's like I'm just kind of able to talk about it, and they're just like, what? And like, they've never heard of him. And it reminds me, because I wasn't saved until I was 18, which kind of goes into, I know that all the way that I look might be shocking for you guys, because you've only known me as like modestly beautiful, and but this, like, my ears piercings, I didn't like run out and get my ears pierced. My ears, I've had double piercings ever since I was a little girl, and I've always, the only time that I didn't look like this is when I was when I joined the church at 18. I just like slowly started making separations, and because for different reasons. Yes, because I felt I needed to, because I was feeling convicted in different areas, and then also because I was put into leadership roles very quickly, and it was just kind of something that kind of needed to be done. And at the time, I was just like so excited. I'm like, oh, of course, that's a small sacrifice, to be a youth leader. Like, oh yeah, that's easy, because it's like I really do have a heart for ministry. I have a heart for the youth, and you know what, no matter what capacity, like if you're just doing a little Bible study, or if you've got a friend that you just witnessed to, like that still makes you like a teacher and a vessel of God. Like, we're all vessels of God, and you can still be used regardless of your sin. And I've heard stories, I've had Sunday school teachers that were out living, worship people on the platform, worship leaders that were literally out at bars the night before and then showing up to church the next morning and like playing worship music and whatever, so it's like everyone does really, like, everyone sins. And again, I'm not condoning sin. I'm just like expressing that I've spent so long just like beating myself up, like so much about, okay, you shouldn't be doing that, that's wrong, oh, that thought's wrong, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, and then feeling guilty because you have the feelings to do it, and then you're constantly crying to God, God, what do I do? I want to do this, but I don't want to do this. It's like, I think it was Paul in the Bible, like, I do what I don't want to do, and I don't do what I want to do, and it might not even be Paul, I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, so, like, I'm just, I spent so long doing that, and then finally it was like God hit me upside the head. It was like, hello, like, look at David and Bathsheba, look at all these different stories in the Bible. So I was like, well, they just started going back to the Bible, and I'm just like, how am I supposed to grow in a relationship with God if I refuse to accept His forgiveness for things that I've done? If I refuse to learn from my mistakes and change? how am I ever going to go with God if I'm just going to sit here and just constantly beat myself up and be like, what you did was wrong, you know it was wrong, and you have to feel guilty about it every day, and every day you have to, I mean, yes, every day you repent for your sins and everything, but you can't live there forever. And so that kind of goes into what I say with this video. I'm not going to sit here and rehash every single detail, because it is seriously so many. You have the public side, to where it was like more of the ministry in the church, my personal separate, and the public side of ministry, and then you have my personal side, to where I was personally struggling with things in the church and with my walk with the Lord, and my my true desires for separating and what I fully understood. And then you also have the side of my marriage, to where there were things and issues in that too that wasn't being addressed correctly, and things that I did wrong, and the mentality that I had, the wrong mentality that I had towards marriage. And so yeah, so that's like my entire life for the past 8 years. And guys, I don't think that that'd be an entertaining video, and I don't think that it would be beneficial, because all it is like telling you, going into every deep thought that I've had, and every personal struggle that I've ever had with God, and every personal struggle I've had with my spouse. And I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, I physically, like, mentally, I can't comprehend doing it. It would have to be like a series of videos that went on for probably a year to explain everything. And again, I've prayed about it, and I've really talked to God, and I'm just like, God, I'm so tired. I need to move on. I need to move on with life, because I can't sit down in the dumps and just beat myself up for all the mistakes that I've made, and all the sins that I've committed, and all the things that I've done wrong. I daily repent and seek forgiveness for them, and I am working on healing my personal relationship with God, and that comes first. And so, like I said before, you can say subscribe, you can unsubscribe, but I need to move on, and I have a new direction that I want to go with my channel. I still am going to do, I'll show you my outfits and stuff like that. I'm still really into fashion. I've always been like that. In high school, I was voted best dressed, because like I would always get dressed up. Like, I was the girl that would wear, like, I would wear a tweed suit, and I'd make my own clothes, and I've just always really been into fashion. I mean, I wanted to go to school, like I wanted to go to college for fashion marketing. I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was younger. And so I've always been into clothing and style and stuff. So like, I'll still show you stuff like that I'm wearing. I'll show you my outfit today. But it's not really going to be my main focus. And so I've decided to do like a lifestyle vlog, and you guys have literally been through like the biggest life change that I've ever done. And I think that I've been relatively, open as I like physically, like, emotionally can handle being open to the public, because who knows who sees this video. And that's why I think that too. Like, I've got people that I used to be a pastor of. I've got people that I used to be their youth leader, and people that used to be my family members that probably watch these videos. And I don't think that it's fair for me to sit here and go into detail about my side of things when they don't have YouTube channels. They don't have an outlet to be able to explain their thing, you know what I mean? And so I just need to move on and continue with my life. And I do have a lot of things going on. I did graduate from real estate school. I passed. I had 4 exams to graduate, and I got 100% on 3 out of the 4. And so when you go and take the exam with the state, you have a national exam and a state exam that you have to pass. And the national exam, you can fail as many times as you want and just keep retaking it within the 2-month period before you have to like go back to school. And then the state exam, though, you only have 2 times to try and pass it. And if you don't pass it, you have to go back. First, you have to wait a little bit, and then you have to go back to school to like renew your hours or re-educate yourself or something. So I have been like not studying as much as I should. Like, I really need to focus. Like, now that I have all this downtime, locked in a hotel room, doing stuff, being here. And so like, I really need to focus. But so I've got that going on. I'm very excited, and I'm just waiting. Right now, I'm waiting to hear back. I had to have an FBI background check to see, like, because you have to pass it in order to be a realtor. And I am still waiting. It's been seriously like 2 weeks, I think, and I have not heard back yet. But that's normal. Like they say, normal is like 3 to 4 weeks before you can get scheduled. So as soon as as soon as I can, as soon as I know when I'm going to get scheduled, then I'm really going to hit the books. I'm going to study, so it's all fresh in my mind, and then hopefully I'll pass. And I've already found a broker that I'm going to be working with. It's Exit Realty. They're like nationwide. You might have somewhere you live. Exit Realty, and my broker is awesome, and she's fun, and there's a lot of other girls that I went to school with that graduated with me. They're also going to be joining the team, so I'm very excited for that too. And I'm just excited to get my license so I can start selling, because there's not really a lot you can do until you get licensed. I've been active in like the team meetings and going to some open houses and like just educating myself, and it's crazy because I didn't understand, but like being in realty is like starting your own business, and I didn't understand that. It's like almost like network marketing, and it's just, you got to get your name out there, you got to get your cards out there, you got to make connections, you got to get contacts. So I didn't realize all that, but I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of have a career. I've never, I don't know, when I was 18, when I was in high school, I was always like, okay, when I graduate, I'm going to be a career woman, I'm moving up to New York, like, I'm going to be fierce, and just, like, I had this take on the world mentality, and then, life changed, and I went in a different direction, and then I was a housewife, and I just, I lost my drive to have that career, and I'd get it back every now and then, because I'd get stir crazy, and I'd be like, I need to do something with my life, I need to have purpose, and so I was always just, like, swinging back and forth. So now that I'm here, and, like, I have to have a job, I have to support myself, like, I'm excited, I feel like I've got my feet under me, and it's like, okay, I'm going to be a realtor, and I'm very, very excited. I've got a broker, I've got a team, I've got training, and I'm super excited. So that's going on. And I have slowly been adding some people on Facebook. My Facebook name, Destiney Brooke. I did delete my old Destiney Ivy, and now I'm just under Destiney Brooke. I'm slowly adding people because I do post some personal stuff on Facebook, as far as, the things I've going on in my life, like my friends, just the new lifestyle. And again, I know that it's shocking to a lot of people, because it's like, whoa, what happened? This is not the Destiney that we knew. And so I'm slowly adding people. So if you send me a friend request and it doesn't get accepted right away, please don't take offense to it. I'm just walking softly, because I don't want it to be like, oh, well, it's been 7-8 months, however long it's been. Peace out, y'all. I'm on with my new life, and oh, I'm so happy and great, and woo, look at this picture on Instagram, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be brazen about it, because I have to remember that there were a lot of people that I had an influence on, and a lot of people that looked at me in a leadership role, and I don't want it to. I don't want to have their blood on my hands, like, as far as, oh, she's doing this, so that means it's okay now, or something, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you know what I mean, but I'm really telling you. So anyway, don't take offense if I don't add you right away. I am going to be doing more vlogs, and I'm slowly going to be letting you guys into my new life. I'm here, and I'm still making these videos because, quite frankly, God told me to, and I feel that, God is in everything, and He's still doing something with my life. Changing a church and getting a divorce doesn't make me any less of a Christian. It doesn't. So I'm going to continue, and I'm excited, and I will slowly be letting you all into my new life, and I think that's it. And I still managed to do like a 20-minute video, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, God be with you, God be with me, and this is Des, and I am signing off. All right. Oh wait, I was gonna show you my outfit. Got my hair in like this half little messy bun thing, and then earrings are, this one is like a chevron, and this one is like a little sunflower with a pearl, and then nails long and nude, and then the sweater was like a chunky knit sweater, and then I've got these jeans, which is kind of the distressed holes, and then these shoes, these little booties with a little gold tip, and then I've got on a just a little Walmart watch, and that's my outfit. And I don't know, like, this is weird, like showing you guys makeup. I just kind of got some different shades of brown going on, and then I do some black liner and black mascara, and then just a little bit of BB cream under the eye. I don't really know how to do like the full foundation and contouring and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to do it, and I think I kind of look a little silly and when I try, so I obviously must not be doing it right, because it doesn't look pretty. So anyway, let me show y'all my view out here. Finally, I'm able to see some type of fall weather, kind of. but that's my view. We don't really, in Mississippi, it's just kind of evergreen, so we didn't really get any fall, and this is kind of fall. Not really. This is green, and now it's brown. So anyway, all right, y'all. I will see you in my next video. God bless you. Bye.